I'll never forget voting in 1994. It was actually just down there, I think, at Northcliffe Primary School, and it was marvellous. I think what we tend to forget is, because we all talk about how fuzzy and warm and wonderful it was, but there was a lot of tension going into the day. There had been bombs, a lot of people felt that it would go wrong. And then on the day, we got these stories of people queuing for hours, and yet it was a wonderful, fun time, and everybody was friendly to each other. And I think it was the stories going through and experiencing that down there that I realised it was going to be okay. And yeah, what a memory. Well, where we are here on the top of Northcliffe Hill, which is a beautiful place, and I love coming here because apartheid was about different mindsets and different physical places where people were forced to live, forced to work. And you can read about them, but when you come up here, you can actually see it. You can look over there towards Soweto. You can look over there towards El Dorado Park. You can see the suburbs. You can see the beautiful forest of Johannesburg. You can actually see some of the landmarks, and you realize the spatial aspect of the past. And of course, to look at it now and realize that everybody can live everywhere, everybody can go everywhere, I think it's very, very emotional, and I love coming here, and that's why I came here today. All right, it sounds a bit strange, but the personal highlight I get is every single day. Every single day, it's a different day in South Africa. We deal with massive challenges. There's also fabulous good news stories. And I think the privilege of being on a station like 702, which is independent, hearing ordinary people talking honestly about the issues and also trying to make a difference. I mean, it sounds a bit cliched, but every single day on 702 for me is a highlight. I think the best thing about South Africa is, in a way, how we don't appreciate what we've come through. We stand and talk about the election and we get a warm fuzzy feeling, and we all think it's just evolved to where it is today. But I mean, you look at some of the dreadful things we see at the moment. You look at Syria, you look at Ukraine, you look at the situation in Israel, the Middle East, and we see terrible, terrible hatred and terrible, terrible intolerance and bigotry and racism, etc. And we don't have that in South Africa. Yes, we got many, many problems. We got crime issues, we've got certainly issues of poverty and inequality, but we don't have that naked hatred and violence that they've got elsewhere. And sometimes we forget that it could have happened, and there was terrible violence in the past. And I think that in a way, the fact that we are doing as well as we are with all our problems is the best thing about living in this fabulous country.